Joe, for those folks at home, what a beautiful view from the drone as we bring you back in. We've had some great champions crowned already today in our lower divisions. Tonight, right now, we've got hot laps coming up here for our B-Main 1 and B-Main 2 cars. We will run the A-Main qualifier hot laps. We'll run two B-Mains where we're taking the top three cars out of those B-Mains to make up the remainder of our field, with the exception of two provisionals. Our two provisionals are off the series.
Right.
So off of the series is given two provisionals. We've worked together with the racetrack because the Hunt to Front and East Alabama, what a show it's been.
It's been a great show.
Working back and forth together. The only regular series driver that is not locked in right now is the 10 of Joseph Joyner. If he races his way in by finishing third or better in the B-Main, there are two series provisionals available. Those series provisionals will go to both fourth place finishers. If the 10 car has troubles and cannot make his way into the A-Main, we will only have one provisional because he will use one and we'll have one left. Then what we do is we revert back to the tiebreaker from the two fourth place runners. The best time out of qualifying last night, the fastest one out of the top four or the two fourth place finishers will get that provisional. So what I'm really hoping for, Joyner races his way in, and we get to have two lucky dogs in the number 4 spot tonight. That
would be the best way for it to play out. But either way, it's fair, and I'm excited. Great crowd here. We've been waiting all day for this, Jerry, and it's been a fantastic day. We've got a whole new racetrack right now, and tonight's portion is all about super late models, folks. So if you're here in the grandstands, don't go anywhere. It's going to be a quick turnaround all night long. We're going to get this done, get it knocked out, and head on back. We got work tomorrow, don't we?
Yes, some of us have to catch an early morning flight tomorrow, but we do thank and appreciate you if you're here on the grounds. And, of course, back at home, I know if you're watching on Hunt to Front TV, you had the chance to do whatever you wanted. Go out and mow the yard. Maybe you're up there in Sioux City, Iowa, and to the northwest where you've got almost a half foot of snow on the ground right now.
That's a lot.
Maybe you're in Vail, Colorado, and you're thinking about getting the skis out because you got a foot and a half overnight. Or maybe you're just down the street, couldn't make it out because your wife said, hey, you're not going to the races tonight, watch it on the stream. It's great to have you there, great to have you here, and it is amazing. What a trip it's been. What a National 100 it has been. Been my first time to East Alabama Motor Speedway, and this place is amazing. I mean, this is, when you walking the pits, Joe, and you know it because you get to be here. I mean, it's in your backyard. When I was talking to the racers, and it didn't matter if it was a super late model racer or if it was a guy in a Crown Vic. Yeah. This is their bucket list track. This really is their Super Bowl, their World Series, their Stanley Cup, their whatever. Yeah. This is their crown jewel right here at the National 100.
Some of the guys, we talked about this earlier. We heard the phrase, and it's been coined before, the 96 hours of the National 100. But I guarantee you one thing. Every bit of that time, they've had a blast here this weekend. It's been great. The crowds have been great. The track's been great. And we're getting ready. We're going to bring it to a head here tonight with this super late model event. It's going to be fun to watch. We've got some really good talent here. We're going to watch some B-Mains. We'll watch some hot laps first. And everybody's going to get a little right now they're going to get a juiced-up racetrack. The track is going to be fast, but what we have watched all day, and you and I have talked about this, the way they've prepped this racetrack for this portion of tonight's program is probably going to prove to be very good racing for 100 laps.
What's great about it is the track crew here at East Alabama. I mean, not only do they know their surface, but you see the driver, he'll be trying to qualify in the 27 car. Ray Cook, of course, Ray Cook, series director for some other, he promotes his own racetrack. Yes. He knows dirt. He offers up, says, I am here to help. The track crew says, we'll take what you want. We're in.
Yeah.
So
let's do it.
Right after our limited feature this afternoon, the track crew went. Ray Cook was out there. The game was out. Is it Earl or is it? I'm trying to think.
Melvin
Melvin,
Welch.
thank you. So
Yes.
Melvin Welch did it. And Melvin has done a fabulous job here. I mean, they added between the Alabama State Championship and this, have added loads of dirt. I talked to Melvin last night after we talked about what's the racetrack going to do, and he said, I don't care what it does. I ain't going to let it do what everybody thinks it's going to do.
Right, exactly. And that is locked down. And I don't think it's going to lock down tonight. Actually, last year, Melvin really provided everybody with a great racetrack. The race was exciting and entertaining all the way through. And, when you think about 100 laps around a 38-mile racetrack, it can happen pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And, there are, though, stages in each race, and you might get a few laps where guys are just kind of riding, logging laps, as we like to say. But tonight, I don't think you're going to get an opportunity to log many laps around here. You're going to be on the hammer all night long.
Yeah, you're going to be up on the ball. You're going to be on the wheel. You're going to be elbows up. We've seen it. We saw it today in the day portion of the show in the afternoon. I mean, it didn't matter if it was which division it was. Everybody was elbows up to the end. There's checkered flag coming out right now in our dirt draft. Hot lap session number 1. These are your B-main number 1 cars on the racetrack. As they get tuned on in, they're going to have a chance to hustle back to the trailer, see what is there. We're going to roll out the B-main number 2 cars onto the racetrack. They're going to get a fresh look at this track. We'll then roll out 2 groups of our A-main qualified cars, 8 and 8 on there, and then we will get ready to set and look for our final 6 cars to make their way into tonight's A-main championship event.
Couple of drivers out there that have had a really hard time this weekend. One would be the 15 of Cody Overton. He has had an eventful weekend, I can guarantee it. Brett Larson, the B1 bomber out there. Man, last night was a rough night for him.
Oh, yes,
Good
it
Lord.
was. Of course, out the front, Super Dirt Series Dirt Draft, fantasy racing. Download it on your phone or go online to thedirtdraft.com and get your $100,000 salary cap. Pick your 5 drivers that you think will do well here tonight, and you will earn points based off of their finishes, which you can redeem in the Speed Shop for tickets, shirts, and etc. Want a shirt? Hey, look at that. New subscribers. You get a free T-shirt. You're going to get a Hunt the Front. You get a select from Hunt the Front, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, the ASCS, the United States Auto Club, USAC, Flow Racing, Dirt Draft, the Short Track Super Series, and many more. And plus, if that isn't enough for you to see, I got a guy that can help you out. Greg Deathridge at Deathridge Optics. They've got a great promo code used for Ray-Bans, Oakleys, and other great brands. Of course, Greg Deathridge, a great supporter of not only the Dirt Draft Hot Laps, but Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series. As we get ready to go. Missing data. That dude has been fast all week.
He's everywhere.
Yes.
He's been here. He's been everywhere all weekend long.
Tell you what, there's a guy on screen for you folks watching at home, that white and pink 15. That thing has been tore up from the floor up all week. Cody Overton back into the fence in Dirt Draft Hot Laps last night. They knocked the tail off, knocked the full sell out, put it in the rear end in, gets clipped in the B in the front. I went back there and chatted with him last night. I take that back. I didn't chat because they were too busy crashing on that car to get it ready last night so we could take some time to relax and get things in. Kenny Collins is second fast in Dirt Draft Hot Laps right now with a 15:057. Like I said, not sure who the missing data car is. We'll watch that as they come across the clicker, but I don't believe that was out of Hot Lap session number 1. So fastest time in Dirt Draft Hot Laps was a 14:704. 14:704 with a checkered flag coming out.
Yeah, Cody Overton, you mentioned him. Those guys, they just had, it was such a busy night last night for them. And the front end got tore up in the race last night, in the heat race last night. And that was, they were off the track for about 2 laps. They come back on, and they had it fixed. He was able to race it out. It's been an eventful weekend. I guarantee you we're going to be talking about him tonight through this 100-lapper. And right after this hot lap session coming up next, we're going to read off some of the ticket winners for the passes for over at the Peach State 100.
Yeah, that's coming up.
Yeah, it is coming up. And, thanks to Sonoya Raceway, and I know some of the staff is watching. Some of them are probably here. Thank you for coming on board and being the super late model trophy for the National 100. Thank you so much. And, folks, make sure you get over there and support Sonoya Raceway for the Peach State, which is coming up here in just a few weeks. That's a big race, $50,000 on the line over there, and that's a bucket list track that you need to kind of make a mental note to visit, Jerry, if you haven't been there yet.
No, I have not.
It's one of those places that races very well, and it's a big show coming up here in just a few weeks. So thanks to Sonoya Raceway for their sponsorship tonight and for the free passes coming up. We're going to read those numbers off here in just a minute. And if you're here in the grandstands and you get your number, you walk on over to the souvenir hut and talk to Sean over there. And when you talk to him, he's going to explain everything you need to do. So make sure you get those tickets out, because directly after this, we'll read the numbers off.
There you go. Coming to the racetrack is your qualified first group car and dirt draft hot laps for your A main cars. First car coming to the racetrack. He's going to roll from row number 3 to the inside. He drives the Longhorn with a Clement, the Martinsville, Indiana racer, the 20 RT as Ricky Thornton Jr. Ricky Thornton Jr. going to roll third row out or inside tonight. Right behind him will be the row 7. He will roll from number 14 tonight, the Hoover, Alabama Rocket XR1 Durham. That is Spencer Hughes. Spencer Hughes, his first weekend in that 19M ride. Taking a look right behind him, he will start to his outside, or his inside in row number 7. It, of course, the Fort Payne, Alabama driver. That is Sam Seawright in the 16. Sam Seawright in the 16. Right behind him on the racetrack down the back straightaway, we will see the 14 car. That, of course, is a Hawkinsville Hustler out of Hawkinsville, Georgia. That is Will Harrington, and he will roll off in the number 6 spot tonight. Making their way into turn number 3, a very familiar car in this part of the country, and, of course, all over the country. That, of course, 40B machine. That is Kyle Bronson, the 40B of Kyle Bronson, the killer out of Brandon, Florida. He is going to roll off P9 tonight in row number 5 to the inside, P9. And then taking a look, he will start row number 2 to the inside. He is 2-time and defending champion. That, of course, is the 76 of Brandon Overton out of Evans, Georgia. Checkered flag coming out in dirt draft hot lap session, and Sam Seawright in the 16 car with a 14.577 goes quickest in that dirt draft hot lap session number 1 for your fast car for your 16 that are already qualified. Brandon Overton with a 14.657, and Ricky Thornton Jr. third quick in that group with a 14.872. 14.872. Going to be third quick for Ricky Thornton Jr.
Here comes our second group, folks. Tyler Erb rolling out on the speedway. Ashton Winger. Behind Ashton will be Bo Slay here on the front straightaway. Bo, this is a big deal for him. We saw the video of Bo Slay, and he talked about this track and how it was the only thing they knew as a crown jewel was right here. The 2023 Hunter Front Super Dirt Series champion, the 212 of Josh Putnam on the speedway. And there on your screen is Tyler Erb in car number 1. Chris Madden leads the field down the back straightaway. And there you see Josh Putnam, the 212, the 2023 Hunter Front Super Dirt Series champion in the 212. There's Chris Madden, Smokey Madden in the Dryden Performance Lubricants car. He is going to be one to watch here tonight. Look for him to put up a pretty hot time right now with this track the way it is. It's pretty quick out there right now. Here we go. Underway with your Dirt Draft Hot Laps. And these guys got to get on the gas here. Well,
yeah, we are under yellow still. I think they're just kind of getting them wind up a little bit. Now we see the green light flashing, so they're being told by race control. Travis got over there telling them that it is time to go. You see Chris Madden there on screen. Like we said, Dirt Draft Hot Lap time right now, 16:577 is the one to beat by Sam Seawright in that 16. See down there for a little bit of a rumble stumble.
Yeah.
Right there, Overton, Ricky Thornton, Spencer Hughes, Kyle Bronson, Will Harrington, Chris Madden. Nobody really any quicker in this second set. Everybody in the first set of A-main qualified cars, hot laps, staying in the bottom, and bang, right there, Air Force goes quick. Ashton Winger with a 14.57 with a 2. 14.57 with a 2 sees the Georgia native right there in the 12 car. Quickest in this dirt draft set is Winger. Seawright, Overton, your top 3, Thornton, and Putnam. Putnam in the 212 there, going to book in the top 5. Is now, take that back, Ricky Thornton with a 14.872. But Ashton Winger in the 12 car. He is your Dirt Draft Hot Laps quick time with a quickest in that group with a 14.572. Now, really, you know what that matters?
Nothing.
All it does is give them
gives us something to talk about.
Yeah, exactly, and it gives them a benchmark. So the hot lap session for these A-main cars gives them a little bit of a benchmark. Time to shake the car down, see what the racetrack's doing, and I guarantee, like anything, these guys are going to be watching the racetrack.
Yes.
They're going to be watching these 2 B mains. Like we said, we'll go right from the B mains. We'll have a 10-minute break right into our A main starting lineups, all the pageantry that goes with the National 100, as we're going to get things cooked up and moving. And you, my friend, are going to give away something for free 99.
Yeah, okay, folks, if you have your tickets, your raffle tickets for the giveaway for the Peach State Classic, please pull those tickets out now. I'm going to read the 2 numbers off. If you are a winner and you're here tonight, make your way over to the souvenir stand. Here's the 2 numbers. First number, 060284. 060284. You are the winner of 2 passes to the Peach State Classic. Here comes number 2, 060245. 060245 over to the souvenir stand, and we'll run through them here in just a minute when we have our 10-minute break in case they couldn't hear us down there. But, folks, if you have those numbers, over to the souvenir stand.
There you go, and we are set to roll out B main number 1. We're going to take the top 3, and let's take a look at your starting grid as they roll on to the Speedway. It'll be Donald McIntosh out of Dawsonville, Georgia, the 79. And his outside will be Austin Horton out of Whiteburg, Georgia, in the 16H. Going to row number 2 to the inside, it'll be Dylan Knowles out of Lynette, Alabama, in the 66K. Into his outside from right here in Phoenix City, Alabama, the 27 is Terrence Noel. Going into row number 3, it will be the driver from Milton, Florida, the 10 car of Joseph Joyner, and scheduled to be to his outside out of Sylvester, Georgia. It is Stephen Roberts in the 111. Going to row number 4 to the inside, had a great run in the open wheel modifieds last night. The Chickamauga, Georgia native. It is the 60 of Booger Brooks. It is outside from Colbert, Georgia. The 1C is Kenny Collins. Going to row number 5 to the inside, it'll be Mitch Fulford out of Montrose, Georgia, in the 15. And his outside will be Ray Cook from Brasstown, North Carolina, in the 27C. Scheduled to roll off in the 11th and 12th place positions, it'll be Jeremy Pate out of Pensacola, Florida, the 22P, and the 91 of Colby Darduck out of LaGrange, Georgia. 12 cars scheduled to go. Let's take a look. We're making this 10. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cars, 2 not making the call, and we are set. Top 3. Here's where the drama falls into place. If the 10 of Joyner makes the show, fourth place is going. If he finishes fourth or back, we'll take the top 4 out of this one. We get ready to come off of turn number 4. First B main of the night.